What's good? We're back. I got another video here today. I'm recording this. I'm not sure when I'm gonna put it up. Probably some second video of the day, just because it's kind of short. That is the issue with tournament games. If they're post commentary, sometimes they are just short. That's the nature of how it goes. But we are here today. I got a nice Gen 7 OU battle, my Sun and Moon Premier League, my 4th game. So I'm back in the OU suspect tier. This time they took me out of NU, even though, you know, I put on the show with Vicavolt last week. They said no, back to OU. So in Gen 7 OU, Aegislash is normally banned, but since this is the suspect tier they're making and they unban him on every time, they decided to let Aegislash down for this time. So I was like, you know what, I didn't use Blaziken at all when it was a suspect mon, but Aegislash is a mon that I like. That thing was definitely broken. I was like, let me bring it again. So I'm up against Bush Tush. This guy has been playing for quite a long time too. I think he maybe started like a year or two after I did, but I know him pretty well. I teamed with him before. Cool guy. And yeah, I mean, when I knew I was battling this guy, I knew he would be like a good opponent. It wouldn't be like, well, usually everybody you play in tournaments
Someone
like
purchased 3 items for $205,
hey, shout out whoever copped the
Sun
merch.
and
It says, I don't know if you can hear that in the
Night,
background,
hoodie
but
and
the
blue and donated $10.
Somebody copped the merch.
Someone purchased 3 items
No,
for
it says someone got more
$205,
merch. Okay,
including
anyway,
Legend Sun
that's a
and
good way to
Night,
pivot into
hoodie and blue
the
and
Jants.
donated
Only
$10.
24 hours left to cop. Are you crazy? 24 hours left to cop. Go get yourself something if you haven't already. This is here now, and then it's going to be gone. I know you don't want to miss out on something like this. The Legends Premium Spring Summer 2022 drop. Do not be a kid. Go be a Legend. And go check that out. Thank you guys for showing the love and support with this. 24 hours left on this campaign, so go check that out if you haven't already, and go get yourself something nice. So, back to the game. So, looking at the matchup, I brought this team. One of my teammates gave it to me, because I told my team, I'm like, I don't have an Aegislash team, but I want to use Aegislash. So, if nobody gave me a team, I was just going to use my Infernape team from last week and put, or however many weeks ago I played, the one with the Fire, Z, Infernape, and the Mawile, and I was just going to get rid of Mega Mawile and put Aegislash and run no Mega. Like that was my plan. But one of my teammates, Clementine, shots to him, passed me this team, and I was like, good, this should do. It's got some mons I don't really use too much, like Volk, and that's basically it. Volk, Komodo, everyone knows that's my favorite mon. Thunderous T, I haven't really used too much, but I know it's good. Serp is a mon I also never really used too much, but I've started using it more in Gen 7. I've realized just how good it is in Gen 7 recently. But yeah, Bush Tush's team is exactly the same as mine. It's just another offense team, except his is more reliant on his setup sweepers. Like, he has Magirna with the screens from Coco, Aegislash, which is basically a second Magirna. Now, the Mew was the only thing I was like, okay, what is the Mew going to be? Because if it's Genesis Supernova, I was pretty sure that thing was going to destroy my shit, because I have no Psychic Resist besides Aegislash, but my Aegislash can only Shadow Sneak Mew. Once the Psychic terrain goes up from the boost, or if he has that terrain, Nova, whatever the fuck, then it's going to kill me, and then he'll Fire Blast after that. So that was the one thing I was worried about. Other than that, it didn't look too terrible. It looked pretty manageable to me. So I'm going to lead off with Serp turn 1 as he leads off the Landorus. Serp is always a great lead in these games versus teams where they have a designated lead. He obviously has a designated lead of either Mew, Coco, or Landorus. That is how it works. Serp only leads badly versus Aegislash and Magirna. He's obviously not leading with those. I mean, he could have, because Diancie could be a lead for me, but regardless, those are his setup mons. I don't think he wants to risk it. Me leading off with Serp, I'm going to go right for the Leaf Storm. I could go for Taunt. I don't even remember if I had Taunt, to be honest with you. I have Glare, that's for certain. I don't know if I have Taunt. I really don't remember. Either way, he goes for a Light Screen here. I just go for a Leaf Storm. I know I definitely had... I don't think I had HP Fire. I think I was Taunt, Glare, Defog, Leaf Storm. Yeah, Taunt, Glare, Defog, Leaf Storm. Crazy set. I go for a Leaf Storm here. Yeah, I'm Taunt, Glare, Leaf Storm without HP Fire. So here I was like, well, I don't really have a switch in, and nothing I can go into is going to be able to kill this anyway. So I'm just going to get some more chip. I Leaf Storm there as he goes for an Autotomize, trying to get faster than me, put the hurt on me. Here he goes for an SD, trying to get super big. Which is a crazy play. I'm just going to Glare there to get rid of basically what would have been a big threat. And now I'm able to just Leaf Storm again, stall out the turns a little bit more. I do have a Rocky Helmet as well, so he's going to take some chip. He does reveal Shadow Claw. He Swords Dance, Autotomize. That boy is double dance. It's like Aegislash just used 2 Dragon Dances on me. But I did paralyze him, so he's pissed slow again. I go into Diancie. I'm sub Stealth Rock Diancie, so I figure I can just fish for him to paralyze himself and also stall out his screen in the exact same turn, so it's a win-win situation for me. He breaks out, gets his Shadow Claw off, which is fine. I'm going to go for the sub again as he brings in Magearna. Now here I was debating whether going for Endeavor or setting up Rocks, but I decided he's likely to set up, so I'd rather go for Endeavor. That way I don't put myself in a situation to lose to Shift Gear, Calm Mind. Magearna can cheese through a lot of stuff, but looking back, maybe Rocks would have been a superior play. Either way, I think I had to Endeavor first. Here I go for Moonblast. Maybe here is where Rocks could have been a better play. The reason I bring that possibility up is because I was either going to bring in Aegis Slash or Volcarona at the end anyway. So he goes for the Gigavolt Havoc there. It doesn't kill me, fortunately, as Aegis Slash is very bulky. As he's now going to bring in Aegis Slash, I'm just going to go for the Iron Head there, knowing that I can live a +1 T-Bolt or whatever. I mean, he was +0, but I knew I could live the T-Bolt very easily, and that would be his best move. He brings in Landorus here. Now, I'm pretty sure he's going to try to go for the Earthquake, expecting me to aggressively bring in Diancie, or think I'm faster and I can attack. But either way, I was pretty sure he wouldn't want to risk me bringing in Diancie on his own Rocks, because that would be a frustrating play. Regardless, I cannot risk... I mean, if Rocks go up, I'm fucked, obviously, but I also cannot bring in Diancie here, because that'll be a loss. I need all the mons I can tank. I have to worry about Mew and Gara in the back. The good thing was, at this point, I thought Mew was way less of a threat because the Magearna had already given the Z. So I was assuming he was some offensive Mew. I just didn't think it could hit that hard. So I wasn't too worried about that. So I bring in Thundurus here as he actually does go for the Earthquake. So that works out great for me. I mean, he could have gone for Stealth Rock if he wanted to. Like, I don't know. I mean, I forgot to even mention turn 1 that he was eject button, which is cool. I guess that's like, I don't know, to counter U-turn or something like that. I mean, I've never seen it, but I mean, I understand what eject button is for, obviously. It's just a little crutch, like an extra pivot type shit. And with an offense team like this, it can be really instrumental because he could bring it in on like a U-turn. Then he could get the free switch into his Coco to set screens up or to one of his setup sweepers. Either way, he goes for Earthquake as I bring in the Thundurus T. Now, yeah, that was a tough play for him to make, if whether to go for Rocks or Earthquake. But either way, I wasn't going to risk my Diancie. I need the sacks. Also, Volk is useless. I don't care if Rocks go up. Volk is useless. It's going to let Gara get +6. I already know Volk is useless. So I bring in Thundurus T here, and I just go for an HP Ice on the switch. Now, I'm double dance Thundurus T. So here I expected myself to just go for a nasty plot through his light screen and basically just win the game flat out. However, you're going to see that this was not the play, folks. This was not the play. I go for another nasty plot there. I should have agility'd first so I would be faster than Coco. Now you're going to realize why nasty plotting was absolutely the wrong play and I should have agility'd instead. So I was under the impression now that I just win. Even if he has light screen, it's done. Nothing can outspeed me. Nothing can KO me. I win. So I just assumed it was done. I go for Thunderbolt. It does half. Exactly as expected. He sets up a sub and he has Slackberry. And this is where I was like, fuck. Because I never would have expected the sub Slack Mew. I knew it was a setup Mew. Of course it was setup. But I just assumed he'd be Nasty Plot 3. I didn't expect the Slackberry, and that comes in and I'm like, oh no. So I go for the Thunderbolt here and I knock him out. I know my Thundurus is gonna die to this +2. I need
Solomon
this mon
purchased
as well.
2 items
Whoever
for
just copped the merch,
$125,
shout out.
Legends Relax sweatshirt in sky
Legends
blue.
Relax sweatshirt.
Sick merch drop, bruv.
Sick. Okay. But anyway, I know Psychic is gonna kill me. I bring in Volk here. As I said before, Volk is the most useless mon on the team. It lets Gyarados get +80, and I don't want that. And so now I'm looking at it and I'm like, fuck, this is a fucked situation because the only thing I can bring in is Aegis Slash. The problem is Aegis Slash lets the Gyarados come in, and Gyarados was the guy that could have been annoying. I got rid of Volk already. I let Volk die specifically because Gyara was so annoying. But the issue is the screens are up still, so I'm not going to be able to really hit Gyara hard. Also, my shit is SD. It's SD physical 3 attack, Life Orb. I bring in Komodo here. Now this is the second fumble of the game. This Komodo, I did not check its EV spread. I did not make this team. Got it from bro. I can't blame bro because I accepted the team. And you never blame someone else for the team. But unfortunately, the Komodo, it was like 150 speed EVs or some shit. And it was also plus attack nature minus defense. So unfortunately, Komodo is slow as shit. And he lets the Gyarados. If it was up to me, would have been max speed naive just like all of my shits, but unfortunately I'm a fool and I didn't check the EV spread and I get packed. Crunch kills me and Gyarados is going to do this Loch Ness Monster dance and sweep my shit, and unfortunately I go down and I get my first loss of the tournament. While I am sad that the Komodo was what's the word? Slower. My biggest regret is not agiliting versus what's his face? Tapu Koko. Really, there was no reason not to agility because I get the plot off next turn. My mentality was just, I don't need it. There's no way to lose as long as I nasty plot. And in theory, it was correct until he whipped out the Slack Berry. So fortunately, we take the loss. That's tough. My first loss. It'll be hard to get over this, but we keep it pushing. We keep it pushing. It was a good game, nonetheless. I do like OU as always, and now I'll know in the future. You always agility and always plus speed nature on all your Pokemon. Remember that. I already knew that before this game, but I'm telling you all. Always plus speed max, plus speed nature, always on all your shits. Okay, have a great day. Peace.